Thanks guys, thanks for coming. What this meeting is about this morning is just so we can actually sit down and discuss how we're going to implement the communication strategy across to the team. You being the departmental managers, we need to use you as the facilitator for this communication strategy. This is a good time for us to actually talk about how we're going to do it, how we're going to communicate. Biggest problem that I've actually found is that the communication is few and far between within the departments, and we need to actually improve that. So you'll see by the communication strategies that I've given you a copy of today, one of the things I thought of is adding it to the agenda for staff meetings, that it's reviewed what's occurred and decisions that have been made in relation to making improvements within the departments. So do you think that as departmental managers will work?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
How would you like to incur it though?
Okay, well we could look at, what do you think, brainstorming with team members, giving them ownership of issues that are coming up, rather than coming to the managers and saying, look, we've got this problem, you find the solution, throw it back onto them and say, hey, what do you think would work best? By communicating through and giving them ownership, they'd work really, really well, I think.
Most definitely.
Auditing and reviews of the workplace and the team, as well as individual performance, praising all the hard work that's actually being done now, as well as highlighting areas that need a bit of upskilling.
And are you happy with your team and their individual performances?
That's exactly right. We need to, as my managers, I'm really pleased with what's going on, but we need to just make sure the team's happy with what's going on. I think sometimes we can walk around and forget to do that.
Yes. I think most of the time we do work well together as a team. There is a lot of communication and...
Okay, well that's great. Improving processes and services, as well as products that are not reliable. The return rate is actually quite high at the moment, so we need to look at those products and why they're being returned. That again is getting more communication and feedback from the customer that's returning it on why it's not working, and then we can look at audits in place.
How does this happen in the first place?
Well, that's exactly right. Is the product faulty?
Yeah.
Is the product the wrong one and it's actually been supplied as the wrong product? The information we've received is incorrect. It's getting all that out and making sure people are aware. And the team's your most important. And you as managers, the team is your most important thing. Now, comparison of performance benchmarks across Australian hardware, the different stores across New South Wales, the benchmarks are very different. And some stores are achieving, some aren't. Why is that? Communicating why, giving the information back to our teams, allowing them to be able to actually look at why we're doing this, giving them the information so they can see, oh, they're doing really well in that area. We could do better in that area. So it's just feeding them more and more information and allowing them to be owners of that. So I hope this meeting's been really helpful for you today. So that'd be really, really, what are your thoughts? Do you think this has helped if we implement that from today?
Most
Yes, all
definitely.
helps, yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for that. And what we'll do is we'll meet in another 2 weeks and see how we're going with the flow out of the communication strategy.
Sounds good.
Thank you for your time.